Hi everyone, David here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my recent trip to West Japan. I visited Okayama City and Onomichi in Hiroshima prefecture, and also Takamatsu in Kagawa prefecture. So please enjoy. Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Yes, it's a cold day in Osaka, very cold and windy, but nice blue sky. Nice weather for a walk, which is what I did a lot of last week as well. I had a bit of free time, so I decided to take a trip west to the Chugoku region of Japan. Chugoku region is kind of the west part of Honshu, which is the main island. So I visited Okayama City and a little bit of Hiroshima prefecture before crossing the water to Shikoku Island, which is kind of one of the big four islands of Japan anyway, to Kagawa. So I did a little tour montage. It's the first time I've done a kind of trip video like this. Makes me a bit sick to do the editing because it makes me a bit dizzy, but I hope you enjoy it, and I'll try to give a lot of information about how you can do it at the end of the video. Okay, so please enjoy the video. See you soon. Okay, our journey starts in Osaka Station, where I caught the bullet train or Shinkansen to Okayama, which is over in the west, a little bit before Hiroshima. It only takes about 40 minutes, so please enjoy the view for a while. There's a lot of tunnels though, so you're not going to see the view the whole time. And by lunchtime I was arriving at Okayama, where I was ready to get off and onto another train, which went further west to Hiroshima Prefecture and Onomichi Station. Onomichi is famous for its kind of temple routes. There's a lot of old temples on the mountainside and a lot of little alleyways you can walk around. It's a very atmospheric, interesting place to walk. There's a lot of English information too about these temples, so you can learn a bit of history and the national heritage. And the biggest thing about this is there's a beautiful view. So you can see the pagoda there, you can have a nice view of Onomichi City from the ground. And also, like I said, there's a lot of little alleyways. There's also the cat alley, which looked a bit suspicious, but I decided to follow it. I didn't see many cats, but I saw a lot of cat art. So you can see this alleyway completely decorated with cat art. There's even a little map of where all the local cats are. So if you want to hunt them down, you can find them. And even sort of cat concrete there, that's interesting. There's a cafe, which I think was closed. And this kind of strange Ghibli-esque decoration and route. Of course, there's some beautiful temples there, big ones, small ones. So if you get tired of those though, tired of walking, you can take the cable car up to the top of the mountain. So there's a nice viewing area there. You can leave your love wish there as well. This is kind of a love-themed temple. People often go there to make their wishes for their love life. There was a bell there too. I don't think you can ring that at the moment. But you can still enjoy the slightly unusual temple vibe. Lots of like engraved statues into the wall. And of course you get a beautiful view of the top of the mountain, which is, Onomichi is close to the Seto Inland Sea. You can see all the surroundings. It's also near the bridge, the Shimanami Kaido bridge to Shikoku Island. So that makes it a kind of important port area. So you can enjoy that from the air, or from the cable car, and also from the ground level, which is where I was going. Yeah, so before I returned to Okayama, I decided to have a walk around the seafront. So a nice kind of peaceful place to walk. There's little, cafes around. You can get an ice cream, just watch the world go by. But then I returned to Okayama Station, Okayama City, where I had my hotel, and it was a capsule hotel, but maybe your image of a capsule hotel is like those little tubes that you climb in and sleep. But this is a lot more fancy, a lot more modern. You can see the rooms here. These are cabin rooms, which they don't have locking doors. You do have a locker inside, but it's kind of very cheaply put together. There's a manga library there too. You can borrow books for your room. Bring them back, of course. I'll show you my room though. Looks like a kind of a clothes store fitting room. But it's a lot more comfortable than capsule hotel usually is. So I had a little table, place to charge your phone, a little bed. It's quite comfortable. A little mirror there too, that's not a gap. And a flat screen TV. You have to listen to your earphones though. There are shared bathing facilities. You can wash your face, you take a shower there too. Upstairs there's a proper hot spring bath as well, so please enjoy that. It's really nice. And yeah, nice toilets too, very clean and nice. There's a restaurant too, which I think may have been closed because of the coronavirus. And if you really have to exercise, then yeah, there's a gym there too, but not for me, sorry. Yeah, Okayama City is famous for Momotaro, and also its kind of eccentric trains. I don't know what that was supposed to be, it's a bit scary. But I took a train to Kurashiki station, which is a nice traditional tourist spot. As usual, there are some temples you can visit. I forgot the name of this one, but it was kind of high on the kind of hillside. But you have a nice view of the historical quarter and all these old-fashioned buildings and some suspicious smoke in the distance. I think that was a factory maybe. And you can take a little walk around the traditional buildings. This is very kind of Edo era, about 200 years ago style. Lots of little craft shops and places to eat. Some unusual museums too, a dog museum and a toy museum. And a candy museum too, which seemed more like a cafe when I walked past. And the main attraction is the Bikan Historical Quarter, which is famous for these big canals that you can walk around. They're not really in use now. There's only sort of a few bits of it left alone. You can take a very short boat ride along those, or even take a rickshaw if you want to. I don't know if there's very far to go around here. It's quite a small area, but it's very pretty. You can see the swans. Be careful though, they're going to break your arms with their wings. And lots of museums too. This is the Western Art Museum. I didn't have time to visit there because I went to meet my friend Rikuro, my old student from Osaka. So nice to meet him. And I ran out of time, so I took the Seto Marine Liner. This time it was to go across the sea to Shikoku. I thought when I was reserving the tickets for this, I was going to be on the top, but actually I was underneath this double-decker train. So I was really kind of like platform eye level, which is a bit strange. But you can still get a nice view of this Seto Inland Sea as you go across the Shimanami Kaido, which is the bridge across the kind of island chain, to Takamatsu, which is Shikoku's Smile Station. Shikoku is one of the 4 big islands of Japan. 4 prefectures are here, including Kagawa Prefecture, where this is. Nice kind of modern, renovated area. You can see the old castle area for Takamatsu Castle, and a nice kind of waterfront area where you can catch a ferry to lots of smaller islands too. So this is a nice base for further travelling. I had some nice dinner and then headed to my hotel in the Riga Hotel. Not anything to do with Latvia as far as I'm aware, but you can see that a nice kind of fancy lobby. This is kind of a standard business hotel in Japan. Very reasonable. I'll give you a quick tour. This is kind of standard hotel room, mirrors, what do you need? A little desk, a flat screen TV. I could sync up my iPhone to it too and watch YouTube. Trouser press, kettle, free bottle of water, all very nice. Pyjamas, fairly comfortable bed. I've already slept in this, by the way, so I'm not judging their bed making skills. And fairly standard bathroom too. So yeah, decent, reasonable hotel. But in the morning, I decided to go to the Takamatsu Park, or Takamatsu Castle Park. You can see these bonsai trees, looking like they're having a school photo taken. And you can go inside this large Japanese house, where you can walk around, enjoy the tatami rooms, sliding doors, all of that jazz. I think there was some kind of art display going on this particular day. You can take a little look around. Very, very nice little pretty place, free to enter as well. Sorry if I made you dizzy. And Takamatsu Castle is rare for being a sea castle. I think there's only about 3 castles that are on the sea. Especially rare because this one doesn't exist anymore. They are planning to rebuild it though, but for now you can just walk around the, not ruins, but the old areas that are still remaining. And I think one day you might be able to see a castle here too. So please be generous with donations. After that, I took the local train, a very cute little local train system, to, what's the name, Ritsurin Koen, which is a beautiful Japanese ornamental garden, probably the most famous place in Takamatsu City. So you can walk around, you can enjoy the beautiful open landscape with the mountains in the background. There's a nice little house you can walk around to. They had some like art displays there too, and a cafe. This was kind of early February, so the plum blossoms weren't really in bloom, but there's a nice plum orchard there too. If you go there in late February or early March, you can see them a bit more beautifully. And there's a lot of gorgeous big pond areas too, with so many pine trees as well. Takamatsu, the matsu in Takamatsu means pine tree, so you can see a lot of pine trees. They're really gorgeous. And of course, koi carp living in the pond as well. They're huge as well. I don't think you can feed them, but you can relax and eat your snacks nearby. But they will ask you for a bit of food. This is huge, a huge fish. After that, I carried on to Yashima, which is, actually, the name might suggest it's an island, but it's not really, it's a mountain. You can see the kind of unusual Yashima temple. That's at the top of a bus ride to the top. And there's a nice observation point with a nice cafe and things you can get some ice cream or something and enjoy the nice view of the Seto Inland Sea and Takamatsu City. Really gorgeous view. You can see the various islands too. Yeah, really recommend visiting there. Just take care of the bus schedule. It does take a little while to get there. You might wonder what people are doing. They're throwing little clay discs through these hoops. I think you get some good luck if you do that. Yeah, don't worry, it's not littering. But that was it really. Yeah, I had a really nice time in Takamatsu. I took the local train back to the station and very hasty connection back onto the Seto Marine Liner. Back over the Shimanami Kaido, watching a nice sunset over the Seto Inland Sea. And finally back to Okayama Station where I took the bullet train back to Osaka. Yep, really nice trip. I really recommend going to Takamatsu and Okayama. Yeah, definitely check it out. So I hope that was interesting. And I'll go back to me. Thank you. Hi, welcome back. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video. I enjoyed the trip and enjoyed making it, so I hope that shows through. Yes, so that was a really nice trip. I honestly didn't expect it to be as nice as it was, especially Takamatsu. Not that I have a bad impression of Kagawa Prefecture, but it's kind of not got a lot of reputation really. I think a lot of people don't really know what to do there. They know it's famous for the udon noodles, Sanuki udon noodles, which were delicious, so definitely try that. I went to a restaurant called Sanuki Udon Enya, which my friend recommended. So if Shoji is watching this, then thank you very much for your recommendation. Yeah, so that's definitely something to try. But there are a lot of nice places to visit too. Honestly, I think Ritsurin Park was probably nicer than some of the big famous gardens in Japan. I went to one in Ibaraki. I forgot the name off the top of my head, but it's supposed to be one of the best 3 in the country. But honestly, I felt Ritsurin Koen was a lot better. Maybe that's a different category or something like that. I don't know. It's very complicated. But yeah, definitely visit Takamatsu. Okayama is a bit more famous with tourists, so yeah, there's a lot of places you can visit there too. Kurashiki is very kind of tourist friendly, so definitely go there. The way I did this, I wanted to save as much money as I could, traveling by myself, but I used what JR call the Kansai Wide Area Pass. This was only available to foreign tourists, so that should still be available if you're a foreign tourist. But for a limited time, it was also available to foreign residents too. Usually the passes are not allowed for foreign residents. I don't know why, it's just mean. But I could use that. That was, I think, 10,000 yen, which is $100, or I don't know what that is in pounds, 60, 70 pounds maybe. That was, yeah, 10,000 yen for 3 days, and you can use any train and several bus services in the Kansai area. So that's including like Wakayama, Kyoto, Osaka, of course, Nara, and even a few places slightly outside it, including Okayama, which is not technically in Kansai area, and Takamatsu, which is definitely not in Kansai area, that's on Shikoku. So there's a slightly wider area for kind of nice possible day trips from Osaka. So definitely check that out if you're visiting. It was quite reasonable, and you can use a bullet train too. Even the Nozomi, that's the fastest bullet train. Even the Japan Rail Pass, you can't use the Nozomi, so special luxury you can use. Okay. But okay, that's enough for this video. So if you like that, please leave a comment, and I'll be very happy to read those. Please like this video as always, share it to someone who wants to visit Japan, and subscribe. More importantly, we're inching closer to 300 subscribers. I really want to get there soon, so please subscribe, sign up your friends too. If my family are watching, sign them up as well. Sign anyone you know. So thank you very much, and see you next video. Okay, bye.